Whoa, Nelly! Do you want to learn how to play the Kava song on a horsey? Me either! This one is going out to all of these fellas right now. You guys rock! Alright guys, don't forget chords and lyrics are on our Facebook page, facebook.com/NatPicking. You can check out the chords and lyrics there. Do that, because it took me ages to type the lyrics for you guys, man. They're nowhere online. So enjoy those. I do recommend you download them, then you'll be able to follow along with this tutorial a lot easier. Okay? So, we're going to get started with the intro, and before I do, I should mention that it is super important that you realize that on the original recording, the guitars and the instruments are tuned out of tune, okay? So they're actually above or a little bit below standard pitch, which means if your guitar is perfectly in tune and you try and play along, it's going to sound a wee bit horrible. So unless you tune your guitar up or down or whatever to the original song, it's going to sound a bit strange. But yeah, it can't be helped. Here we go. We're going to start with the intro, and from then I'll go over the chords that are going to be repeated for the rest of the song. So, I want you to play this note here on the 3rd fret of your B string twice. Okay. Then, these 2 strings, the highest 2 strings on the 3rd fret. So, okay, that's what we got so far. 1, 2, 3. Then, I want you to have your middle finger down on the 4th fret of your G string. Oh, yuck, man! And you're going to play the 4th fret of the G string and the 3rd fret of your B string, like that, okay? So actually, it probably would be easier just to have those 3 fingers down the whole time, and then play, da, da, ba, da, and then back up to the highest, okay? So, da, 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 da. Got it? Good. The next chord is you're going to use your little finger here on the 3 highest strings on the 5th fret. Okay, so then you're going to play this D-shaped chord up here on the 7th fret, which becomes a G chord. Okay, so that's a D chord. Move it up to the 7th fret, D. Okay? Then back down to the 5th fret, those 3 strings, and then back to the D, well, to the G, but the D-shaped chord. Okay, so again, slowly. Okay, just that one note there on the 8th fret of your B string. Put it together. Alright, now, on a side note, I suspect that the guitar is actually tuned to some Tongan tuning that I don't know, okay? Because I am Hispanic and African, so I'm not familiar with that tuning. I'm just playing it as my Samoan and Balangi ears hear it, okay? So this is how I hear it. Now, is it exactly the same as the recording? No. Is anyone ever going to say, oh, that's slightly different? No. Okay, I'm just giving you the gist of it, and then you can work out your own stuff from there. So thanks for listening to that sermon. Now, back to the show. So far we got then you're going to play this open D string and go, oh, that's what you're going to do, sorry. You're going to, you know that shape that I taught you down here? It's part of the, like, the bottom of a major chord, a G chord. Yeah, I do, Nat, I know the one. Okay, great. Nana, move that chord now up to the 10th fret. So you're barring the 10th fret of these higher strings, and then your middle finger will be on the 11th fret of your G string. And then your ring finger is going to go up to the 12th fret on the higher string. Okay, so it's actually 11, 10, 12. Open D string, okay, because you're going to this D chord. So, and we're going to go bass, 1, 2, 3. Okay, using these 3 fingers. G string, B string, D string. Okay? So, okay? Then I'm going to take off your ring finger and go and play those strings again. But this time there, okay? Because you haven't got that ring finger on. So, okay, so. That's what I'm doing there. Cool. Then we're going to play this D chord down here. And this is a D7 chord, and it's a good one to know. So ring finger goes to the 5th fret of your A string. Middle finger goes to the 4th fret of your D string. Little finger goes to the 5th fret of your G string. And 3rd fret of your B string. Okay? Like so. Okay? That's a D7 chord. So if you think of it as a C chord, move it up 2 frets, put your little finger down on the 5th fret of your G string. That's a D7, okay? And we're going to pluck that chord like that. Okay? Let's stop and go back over what we've got so far. Jokes. Alright? So actually we play that chord twice. I don't know if I mentioned that. So after we play, okay, that's that pattern there. Alright, then we're going to go to that D7 chord. Okay, so what I'm doing there is I'm going bass and then the 3 strings above it and then back down, so okay. So and then I'm going to go 5th fret, 7th fret, 5th fret. Okay? And then down to this G chord to finish on. Now, actually a cool way to play this G chord is to go like that. And in fact you can hear that open E note, which sounds really like a nice, beautiful island chord, doesn't it? Yes. So you just need your finger there on the 3rd fret of your lower strings. And then these strings, 3 strings open. And probably not quite as out of tune as I've got them. So yeah. And again, this is not what's being played on the recording. You can just hear that they're doing some chords around this D chord, okay? So if you think it sounds more like that, or whatever you can hear, it's going to be all good. I'm just giving you some options of what you can play. As long as you've got things happening over this D chord, and you change back to your G chord, you're all good. Okay, and again, that G chord. And if you're clever like me, you could play it as a harmonic up here on the 15th fret, just ever so slightly covering the 15th fret between the 15th and 16th, and just hit like that. Gives you the same notes. Same as. Alright. Then it repeats the same thing again. Okay. And then this time when it gets back to the D, and it goes to the G, and you're going to go down strums, down, down, down. Okay? Then that takes us to our chorus. Now there's only 4 chords for the rest of the song, so that's the good news. The first one is a G chord, bar the 3rd fret, all of the strings, and then above it, play an E chord. So just like an E, move it all the way up here now, and that's your G chord. And that's the strumming pattern we're going to be using, okay? We're going to pluck with the bass note, the thumb on the lowest. Then you're going to use these 3 fingers to play the G, B, and D string. So So it's going to go bass, chord, okay? Yeah. Bass, chord, slap, chord, chord. Bass, chord, slap, chord, chord. Chord, chord. Alright, and remember, as you play each chord, you can lift off a little bit after you play it, like this, and it makes the chord stop ringing, short and sharp, okay, as opposed to and letting it ring like that. But again, it's not a big deal, it's just something you can practice. Bass, chord, slap, chord, chord. Then you're going to change to a C chord, which is barring the 3rd fret still, and then you're also going to bar the 5th fret on the B, G, and D strings, okay, using your ring finger. That's how I play it. You might prefer to play it with 3 fingers there. That's cool too. It doesn't really matter. I just prefer to play it like that because I'm skinny and my fingers too skinny to fit like this, but really too fat, man. Way too fat. Chubby on fat finger. Sorry, that was really racist. I'm sorry. So yeah. So and again, you're gonna use the same strum pattern, but this time your bass is now on the 5th fret, 5th string. Sorry, which is this one. Okay, not the lowest one. And again, that's bass, chord, slap, chord, chord. So let's go. G, chord, C, back to the G. Then that D7 chord that I showed you. And again, bass on the 5th string, bass, chord, slap, chord, chord. Boom. And that's the whole song. Repeat, repeat, repeat. So. This time, C, G, G, D. Okay, so this time, the second time it goes G, D, G, D. Okay, and again, if you've got the Facebook chords open with you, it's going to be a lot easier. So let's go over the chorus again. G, C, G, D, G, C, G, D, G, D. Okay, then you're into the verse. Grab a couple of boys and your best friends. Then grab yourself some Kava and a little bread. I don't know, something like that. Okay, and it's the same chords again and again and again. And then it gets to a bridge part and the chords are already written down for you there. And we go into the C, up to the D, 2 frets higher. Or you can play it as a D9 like that, or a D7, that's cool too. Okay, and then to the G. But again, it's all on the Facebook page, and you can follow along and figure it out there. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to comment about what song you want us to teach you next. Subscribe for plenty more. And if you want to follow us on all our socials, as they call it on the social media world, then all the information is coming up. Shout out to the donkey that played a horse. So funny. God bless. Goodbye.